Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our Sustainable Table webinar series hosted by the Campus Food Security Initiative, aka CFSI, in partnership with SGA, aka the Student Government Association. We are here today on this beautiful Friday afternoon to walk through with you on how to make a special mac and cheese vegan dish. It looks incredible. And for those of you who don't know, CFSI, Campus Food Security Initiative, aims to address food insecurity here on campus and foster healthy eating habits by providing easy access to locally grown food sources all throughout the RGV. And we're starting right here on campus. So yeah, we're very excited for the webinar and to learn how to make this incredible dish. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and throw it over to the kitchen and start off with our food prep team, who will be talking a little bit and then introducing our special guest from SGA. So let's throw it to the kitchen.
Hey guys, my name is Jose Cáceres. Here with me is Aaron Barajas, and we're part of the CFSI food prep team. Today we have two very special guests from SGA, Berlin and Clarissa. And they're going to be showing us this delicious and healthy vegan mac and cheese recipe.
Hi guys, my name is Berlin.
My name is Clarissa Garcia.
I am the senator for the College of Fine Arts, and I am majoring in theater and public relations.
And I am the senator for the School of Nursing, as well as the chair for the Internal Affairs Standing Committee. And I am majoring in nursing with a minor in both biology and medical Spanish.
Today we're going to be making a wonderful Southern vegan baked mac and cheese. It's very delicious, and let's get to the ingredients. Right here we have some butter to make our roux. We have some fresh garlic. We have some flour. We have tapioca powder, nutritional yeast. This is vegan provolone cheese. This is vegan sour cream, vegan Worcestershire sauce. This is...
That's actually a mixture of spices that we made. It kind of adds a little kick to it. If you guys know that spicy food, it's like the best thing ever. So add a little bit of that.
It's red pepper flakes and some brown sugar. This is a veggie bol-new cube. This is some vegan cheddar cheese, and this is some unsweetened cashew milk. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is we want to turn on our area. You're going to want a pot kind of this size. This is a good saucepan size for this because we are going to be making a roux. First thing you want to do is get the butter. Do you want to get the butter out, Caritza?
So it looks like this.
This is vegan butter. And then we're going to go ahead and drop it in. It's a lot of butter, but we're making a big sauce.
There's no rules when it comes to butter, so you're okay.
Okay, and then so what you want to do is you want for it to melt. You don't want your butter to brown, but you do want it to melt. So to prevent browning, I would say have it on medium-low heat so it's not super hot, because if it is hot, by the time all the butter melts, it's going to brown. Brown butter is delicious, but that's not what we want for the roux.
So for those of you that don't know what a roux is, I'm guilty. I didn't know what a roux was. It's kind of like the basis of every single pasta dish that you may know.
Or a sauce.
Or a sauce. You can make it at any time, and you can add whatever you want to it to make it your own.
Mm-hmm. So the components of a roux is always starts with butter, flour, and milk. And then you can go from there. You can make a bechamel sauce. You could make really anything with a roux, if I'm being honest.
So while we're waiting for the butter to melt, we want to just kind of introduce you guys to what SGA is and what we do. We are the Student Government Association. You know, if you didn't hear about us before, now you have, right? Yes. In the past weeks, you've seen a lot of our colleagues. You saw our amazing president, our vice president. You're going to see more of us here in the coming weeks. And, we're just a multitude of different students. Like, I'm nursing, Berlin is fine arts.
Yeah.
And, we do different things. within our scope, but ultimately it's the same goal to help the student body and help everyone as a whole. To kind of address your concerns. It doesn't matter from what college you are. If you cannot find your prospective senator, you can come to any of us and we're going to help you out. That's our job. We're here to help you guys out and get your concerns addressed.
Yes. And SJ is also really fun. You meet a lot of people and you make actually friendships. I know that's kind of cliche to say, but genuinely, some of our senators on campus are amazing people.
So yeah, SGA is just one big family, right? We have a lot of open positions, a lot of people for different colleges. I know we have only one senator for the College of P1 Integration and Education.
Mm-hmm.
So he's alone, right? We need more people. We want you guys to represent the students in your college, and as a whole, UTRGV, we believe that we can make a positive and effective change. So if you want to join, you can always join on B-Link. You can apply and be appointed, and you can get an awesome chance to meet really awesome people and become part of an amazing legacy.
Mm-hmm. And so the butter is just about melted. This is how you want it to look. You don't want it to really boil, because if it does, then it'll start to brown. This is exactly where you want it. And you want it to be boiling a little on the edge like that, you see. So next thing we're going to add in is our garlic, our fresh garlic. So this infuses the butter and it gives more flavor. And it's just a layer of flavor. So you're going to let the garlic cook for a minute or two just to get rid of the raw garlic taste, and so it can infuse with the butter and really flavor it.
Keep in mind you don't want to add too much garlic, because then it'll probably get lost in the sauce. Mm-hmm. So
unless you like garlic. I really like garlic. Yeah. But there's some people that don't like garlic, if you guys know. But yeah. Okay. So that is good. Next, we are going to be adding the flour. Do you want to add it in, Caritza?
This is just regular all-purpose flour.
Mm-hmm. Then go ahead and add it in. All of it. And then you also want to add in your tapioca flour at the same time.
And it looks about the same. It's just a little bit finer.
Mm-hmm. It's different textures, but it all comes together. Now for this part, you're going to want to get a whisk. You're going to want to get a whisk, and you're going to want to just whisk it in. You kind of want to get all the clumps out. And one thing when you're making a roux is you want to kind of cook out the flour, because if you add milk too soon to this, you're going to get you're going to have that raw flour taste, and it doesn't taste good. So you're going to want to let the flour cook a little bit in the butter and just let it do its thing. It's already infused. We're good. Just let it cook down for a few seconds. And then the flour has cooked. It takes literally no time. Do you want to go ahead and get, is it the sour cream? Mm-hmm.
They have a question.
Yes.
If they can use hot sauce instead of the chili powder.
Yes,
you can.
We didn't have that available right now, but you can use it to your own taste. Some people like spicy food. I like spicy food, so I like to add a lot, but it's up to you.
Mm-hmm. And then next we're going to be adding the vegan sour cream. Let's go ahead and put that in there. And the thing I like to say with recipes, and that's a really good question, is you could really, any recipe you get, you can always morph it into your own, depending on what you have available to you, and also depending on what you like. Because I know there's times where I'll get a recipe and I don't really like certain components in it, and then I just kind of make it my own. Speaking of cooking, what is your first memory of cooking, Caritza?
I want to say it was when I was little. If you're Hispanic, you know what I mean when your grandma would cook. So my first memory was my grandma making tortillas. That was like the main thing. So that's
Pour a little
what I
bit.
remember the most.
So whenever you're making the roux, first you're gonna want to add little by little. It's going to look weird in the beginning. You might freak out, but trust me, and then you want to add more.
Make sure that you're adding it gradually, that you're not doing it all together because you can always add, but you can never take it out.
Mm-hmm. That's a good rule also for seasoning. You can always add, never take out. Okay. Add more.
So when you have your ingredients, you want to make sure that they're room temperature, like for example, the milk, just so that way they won't come in and boil and burn. So you don't want it to be too cold.
Mm-hmm. This is like, now we're gonna switch to the whisk because you really want to get all these lumps out and you want to incorporate it to the milk. And it takes a little bit of arm power. You want to do this?
It's a workout, yeah, girl.
It is a workout. I'll go ahead and put it in the rest gradually.
Thanks, bestie. No, but in all honesty, yeah, it does take a little bit, but it's so worth it. It's so good. But yeah, like I was saying, but before, my first memories of cooking are usually my grandma. You know, making tortillas, making menudo, that was her thing. Making enchiladas, stuff like that, right? And if you know, grandma's cooking is the best. So those are great memories. What about you, Berlin?
My first memory of cooking is seeing my mom make rice, and I always wanted to help. Mexican rice.
Oh my
It's
god,
always being cooked in a Mexican household, so that's my first memory of cooking, and I would help. I would help my mom when she'd let me like pour in the tomato sauce and stuff.
I think a lot of people can relate to even now.
Yeah.
When you try to cook and you're not doing something right, your mom will just tell you move, I'll do it, and that's
Yeah.
the best feeling ever. I'm not gonna lie, because even mom's cooking is still so amazing.
Yeah, I love to cook.
So now that it's a little bit smooth like this, you want to start adding your cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to.
Yes. So make sure give it a good whisk. Make sure everything's incorporated. You don't want any lumps in here at all. And then next you're gonna add your cheese.
This is provolone cheese.
Add them slice by slice.
So you can just add them like little by little, right? Just for it to kind of like melt evenly, so you don't get that many lumps, and you can start to even it out a little bit more.
And then is that all the cheese?
No, there's right there.
Okay, yeah. And then we have the cheddar cheese.
This is vegan cheddar cheese,
Yes.
and it tastes awesome. It tastes like Cheetos, so it's amazing.
So what you're gonna do is you want to add about 2/3 of this, and you want to save the rest for the top.
So you can just start to fold it in. Again, just watching and kind of scraping all of that off the sides, all that really good cheese. That way, you can incorporate it. And that looks so good. I love cheese. And just so you guys know, the vegan cheese, it tastes the exact same as normal cheese, depending on how you cook it. And it's just so delicious. So you'll never have to feel guilty. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a vegan diet, it takes a lot of willpower. Plus, it just depends on the person. For some people, for some patients, they have to be on a vegan diet for medical purposes. Others, because that's the lifestyle that they choose, and that's their choice. So of course, if you have to be on a vegan diet for your own health, of course, always consult your primary care physician just to see if it's right for you. It's always about having a healthy lifestyle, not just a fad. So, of course, do your research, know what you're getting into, and know that there's always great and healthy alternatives to, all of the foods that you like to eat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And this is a great mac and cheese to make for Thanksgiving or for any cookouts, any special occasions. Yeah.
So you see how it's nice and incorporated. So I want to ask Berlin something. Berlin,
Yes.
What was your first and best memory in SGA?
Well, we've been mostly online due to COVID. So let me think. I'm trying to think of all of our Zoom meetings.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Zoom
A
meetings
lot of
this
Zoom
year.
meetings. Yeah, we've been on Zoom the whole entire time for the past year because of COVID. So we haven't really had time to spend in person with one another. But I would say my favorite memory from SGA is probably, let's see. My favorite thing that I ever did in SGA was meeting with the advocacy office. That is run by Dr. Jones. She's amazing. The advocacy office does so many amazing things on campus, and we got to meet with Dr. Jones to discuss new programs that are being put in place for students that are sexual assault survivors and things like that. And I think that's my favorite memory, to really help with something like that. It's near and dear to my heart, so yeah. That's probably my favorite memory from SGA, was being able to be a part of that and being able to meet with Dr. Jones. What's your favorite memory from SGA?
So I think that was one of them. That's one of my
Yeah.
top 10. I feel that, Dr. Jones, she provides just like amazing dialogue, and, having a forensics nursing nursing like courses available for those sexual assault victims and our faculty nurses, I think it's amazing. It really kind of opens up the conversation. If a program like that will be great for, students that are going to be doing that for those initiatives. It's something that kind of shows you how rapidly expanding our, valley is.
Yeah.
We are a major competitor. We're part of the, UT branch, and, it shows that, we are capable of doing much more. So that was one of them. Also, just meeting everyone online was amazing. Some people, like, I think it's just so fun. After Senate meetings, by the way, everyone is invited to our meetings. If you're a student and you're not a part of it, you can come. If you have any concerns, there is a section for you to go ahead and voice your concerns.
Yes.
So, you're always welcome to come. We welcome you guys. We want you to see what we do. We want you to get to know us as well. So,
yeah.
You can always come. And I like when we stay afterwards and we just kind of have fun and mess around and talk. And, achievement, it's one of the best things ever for us. Yeah. It's how we bond, just to kind of get to know each other, where we're from. So I kind of like that we're not just all from the Edinburgh campus. Some of us are from Donna, some of us are from Bronzeville. So,
yeah,
it kind of helps us get closer together and kind of unify the entire UTRGV as a whole.
And so right now the sauce, the cheese has melted, and this is the way you want it to look. It's very yellow, everything's yellow, incorporated. Next, we're gonna add some vegan Worcestershire sauce. Very little, it's just for the flavor. We're gonna go ahead and add our seasonings to
This is where you can put your hot sauce if you like spicy food, to kind of give it that flavor.
We're gonna put our veggie bell.
Just so you guys know, that's like consomme.
Yeah.
So
consomme.
know that there's like a healthier alternative. If you cook a lot with that, I know a lot of us do. Mm-hmm. So that's a good alternative.
And this is nutritional yeast.
This is what gives it that cheesy flavor.
Yes.
So when you're adding that, you don't want to put too much. If not, it's going to be a little bit flaky, and you don't want that. You want a nice, smooth, roux.
And then just go ahead and mix it all together until everything is evaporated into the sauce.
And for this, you can turn off the heat just to make sure that you're getting everything in there. Mm-hmm. So. And you see that I'm like kind of scraping the sides with the whisk just to kind of get all that goodness in there.
Mm-hmm. And then at this point, you can go ahead and switch back to a spoon.
Just to kind of make sure that everything is like in there. You don't want to miss anything, so you can go ahead and put that in.
Okay. And then just really scrape down the sides and mix everything in here. And it smells delicious, guys. It smells like cheese. And it looks great, in my opinion. So this is the cheese sauce. And
That's the best part for me, I think.
Mhm.
I love cheese. If you
And
love
then
cheese, you
we're
know.
gonna turn on the heat a little bit more just to let everything boil for about a minute or two and cook. Just to get it going.
So you can put it on low heat, just wait for it to kind of like, you know, get nice and good.
And then it's boiling a little bit, so everything is really incorporated at this point. And this is our beautiful cheese sauce. So once the cheese sauce is done, we're gonna take it over here to our prep station. Do you need the?
Yeah, I got it on.
Okay. So
Right here, for your sake and for mine, for all of us, just be safe. Get some of these. They're heat resistant, and you can go ahead and pour them.
Mhm.
Especially, you know, we don't want you guys to get burnt, so
Yes.
always use that. Okay.
So
Okay. Just make sure that you don't lose any of that goodness.
thank you.
And I'm gonna hold it with 2 hands because that's how I feel safe. But
And then this is our cooked pasta. It's just regular elbow pasta. And then we're gonna go ahead and put all of our cheese sauce in here. You might think it's a lot or it's too much,
it's never enough.
but it's not. It's going to bake, and the pasta, we've cooked it to a little less than al dente. So it's going to finish cooking in the oven. And the reason why we do this is because so it finished cooking, and also so this cheese sauce really gets incorporated with all the noodles. So mix everything together. It might seem like a lot, but trust me, a lot of this is gonna get evaporated into the pasta. And you don't want a dry mac and cheese. Trust me, you do not want a dry mac and cheese. So and then so we're going to, after you do that, we're going to put one in here. We're gonna go ahead and put this in here and just put it in any type of baking dish that is good for you. We have small ones like this.
You can make it like this. You can make it in the little macaroni cups that are easy for like on the go. You can plate it however you want.
And then just really put it in here. And then after all this is in there, you're gonna want to put some cheese on top.
That vegan cheddar cheese that you saved from earlier, you can go ahead and put it on top, so it'll be nice and brown and good and delicious.
And then this goes into the oven at 375 for 30 minutes.
And at the end, you should get something that looks like
this. So this goes into the oven, and then this is the finished result. After it's baking, you're gonna get nice color on the top, and it's really delicious. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today with us. It was a pleasure having you, and we hope that you guys make this. If you do, post it on social media. Make sure to tag us.
Tag CFSI as well.
And we want to see what you guys make. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Stay safe. We want to thank you guys as well as the entire CFSI team for allowing us to come in here and to kind of disrupt their whole order, right? No, but in all honesty, they've been amazing hosts, and thank you so much. And just remember to apply to SGA if you are interested.
Stay safe out there, guys, and remember, Visa.
Thank you so much, ladies. That looked incredible. I'm a huge fan of mac and cheese, and I got to kind of try this out a little bit yesterday when they were taste testing it and testing it out in the kitchen. I gotta say, it really is just as good as it looks. I swear, it's so good. Thank you so much to SGA. Thank you so much, Berlin and Caritza, for joining us. It was a pleasure having you both here, and we want to thank all of you for tuning in. today to our Sustainable Table webinar. We love doing these for you guys. We hope you guys keep tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notifications. We'll be live throughout the summer with much more, a lot more recipes, delicious things to look forward to. Also, don't forget, you can also check out our website for more information, utrgb.edu or .edu/PEWD/CFSI for more information. You can also find a lot of the recipes that we do on there if you're ever interested. As they mentioned, don't forget to follow our social media as well at utrgb.cfsi on Facebook and on Instagram. We post a lot of pictures of the food that we make, a lot of behind the scenes looks at the kitchen, and a lot of great information regarding CFSI and our initiative. We'll be back on July 9th with SGA for our next Sustainable Table webinar series, so stay tuned for that. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.